how can I get in Diddy pockets? How can I extort Diddy? So it's very dangerous because then you got COs gonna be peeping him like, boy, that boy got money. I'm gonna go in on and bring him caught in a cigarette, bring him a cell phone for $10,000 or something.
Real life.
It ain't real life. Just say real life street stars. You know what time it is.
So I have to ask you, you've been in the studio sessions with Cash Money and them back in the day, right?
Right.
Was there any like Diddy type situation going on? Like, hey, go, you can sing on that mic, girl, but I got another mic for you to sing on. If you
Well, you have females that come through, but we brought our own girls over there.
That's smart.
It wasn't that much drinking going on back then. We just always had freaks already.
Yeah.
So yeah, like at one time, it was a girl came in there. She was getting me. I was trying to get at her, and then I got distracted by Manny Fresh. Them in the booth, we dropping the beat, and I go looking for her again. She in the bathroom with BG. You know what I'm saying? So, but it was never like putting stuff in their water or put stuff in their drink and lacing their smoke. No, we didn't do none of that crazy stuff. And one man went in the bathroom at a time. We ain't had it where how they say balls to butt. We didn't have none of that stuff going on. Everybody naked in one bathroom. Nah, man. But things got wild over the years.
So let me ask you, when you hear about big name celebrities and producers with beds in their studios, that kind of makes sense.
Yeah, because they know one thing. After you finish rapping or after you finish singing, time to lay down. Right. So we want to be comfortable, man, Yeah, man, I got a bed in my studio.
That's the
man.
Right.
But everything legal, though. We ain't doing nothing. With your consent now, girl. Yeah.
Okay,
Real hot boy.
So let me ask you, Diddy it's been almost like a month he's been in jail. What do you think he's going through right now? Knowing that he was like a coke addict, allegedly, baby oil addict, allegedly, wanting that butt. What do you think he's going through right now? I mean, he's a sex addict. So what do you think he's going through right now with like withdrawals?
Now that it's been a month, so that he just be going into the second phase. First, it have kicked in. I'm in here, so I'm locked. I'm stuck. Now he got to figure out how he's going to do the bid. Like in the morning when Miss Jackson come through, I know the pill lady gonna come through about 6 in the morning. Pill call, so you're gonna jump over that window and look at it. Well, you got a fat butt, you're gonna be able to look at that, or you might get you a jack right quick. Then you got Miss Petty. She might come through for lunchtime. Beat it. She might come through for lunchtime with the trays and stuff. So you're gonna have a routine. Only thing that might get boring for him on Saturdays and Sundays when everything shut down. Because when things shut down, the counselors, the case managers, nobody's coming through, so you're bored. Unless they give you rec, they go outside on rec, because they start doing rec on certain places on Sundays. But for the most part, he got a lot of COs, you can best believe, hey, Diddy walking by, smiling, giving them extra food, helping them go along, might be sneaking little pictures with it, whatever. But I know it's traumatizing for him right now.
Would you say he's in a routine right now? Like he's now a month in, he know the routine.
Yeah, of course. Because it's not like he was illiterate. So he know, I know around this time a girl gonna come through. And you gotta be on that door because if you gotta call out some people you wanna talk to your counselor, your case manager, oh man, what such they come through, man? They come through around this time, so you gonna be up, or they gonna knock on the door, Papa, Sean, you all right? They call him Sean right now. You all right, Sean? Yeah, I'm all right. You might jump up.
So there are people who will still give you special treatment no matter what your charge is.
For fact, yeah. I should talk, me and this lady, we used to battle about this all the time. A CO, she said that she didn't look at pedophiles no different than murderers. She was like, I'm just here to do my job. He did this, he did that. I don't care, I'm here to do my job. So you got some, and then, a lot of people do a lot of dirt on the street, but when they come to prison, they get humble. So now you start to see a little change and you be like, okay. And a lot of COs, they'll have a little soft heart, they give you a little leeway. There's gonna be a lot of favoritism, but you can best believe once Diddy get to a compound somewhere, he gonna be good.
Do you think R. Kelly's getting some action?
Yeah, of course. Damn. Of course, man.
On the down low.
Yeah, that's a fact, but you got people who love Kelly, you got males and females COs, they still looking at that, either I was made off you, my parents, my people used to hump. I was in the bed. I used to hear people humping off your song. I remember this song, that song, come to your concert. So you're going to have guards and COs going to be still happy to see Kelly.
Nah, facts. I'm surprised a lot more haven't
Some
spoken.
of them guards might be want a fantasy come in, I'm gonna come in, you handcuff me and take it from me right quick. That might be their fantasy in the cell.
Oh yeah.
Man, you got some freaky guards too.
Now it's crazy because I think there was a CEO in the YSL case who
That man said the little guards might want to get peed on.
it might not for real. They might be into the things. So because I ain't gonna lie, even Charleston White, he had went to jail for 5 days and he's like, I couldn't wait to get out. Can you explain to the people that's never been incarcerated, what's the difference between jail and prison?
Jail, you in that cell all day. They bring them little nasty meals that you got to take or you just gonna starve. Whereas prison is more freedom. You get to walk out, go to the rec yard, go to the law library, walk to the child hall, walk to in the medical. You get to walk to the commissary. You get to walk out. It's a bigger open space. Whereas jail, you just confined in there and you going crazy if you ain't got a routine.
So Diddy, of course, he's in jail. Y'all seen the building. It's just a little 8-story building, small. He's probably kind of going a little cuckoo, just not being able to have that freedom of just getting to walk the yard with other people talking.
Well, no. See, what he had is he locked down and he gonna go outside like in a cage.
Yeah.
He gonna go in the cage, right? So here's the thing now. Of course, he on housing rec alone. They gonna have on his door, red thing, housing rec alone. So he gotta go outside. Ain't nobody can come to the cell with him. He go outside, rec by himself. But they might let other inmates come out, or they're gonna be in other cages from him so he can still get to talk with other people. You know what I'm saying? They still might let him, but he just gotta be rec alone in his cage. But there's other cages next to him where guys might come out and chop it up with him and talk, and cuss and play, whatever.
Is it ever cool to dance in jail? Like if P. Diddy wanted to
You
dance?
got guys that be doing talent show, be dancing. It depends on, now they get the twerking, that's different. But like regular dance, the talent, they might laugh, but if you see somebody twerking, you're like, oh, what's going on here? But Diddy might, he might take that, might do a little something.
How dangerous is a P. Diddy on the compound?
Very dangerous because it's just like how Big Meech would hit the compound. You gotta understand, it's all inmates, convicts. So people not really worrying about your charge, what you're in for. They're worrying about how can I come up? How can I get Diddy to buy me or pay for me a lawyer? Or how can I get Diddy to pay for my family to come visit me? Or how can I get Diddy to buy me something from commissary? Or how can I get Diddy to fund his football ticket or basketball ticket? How can I get in Diddy pockets? How can I extort Diddy? So it's very dangerous because then you got COs gonna be peeping them like, boy, that boy got money. I'm gonna go in on and bring him caught in a cigarette, bring him a cell phone for $10,000 or something.
Yeah. Is baby oil on commissary? Can you purchase baby oil?
At one time they had it, but they took it off because what guys do, and matter of fact, he home now, Zopound.
Shout out Zopound.
Yeah, he squirted, Ali, he squirted some baby oil in a bowl, put it in the microwave and threw it on the dude.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so they be taking that stuff off the commissary. We'll have certain, like the low, maybe the counts might still have it, but like meetings and pens, they be taking that off.
I just fucked it up. I have to get your take. You haven't spoken on this since we had him on the couch, was our guy Vernon. He came on the couch and he just wrote a book that just got released yesterday. So shout out Vernon. He came in and told his testimony of, somebody came and, took his manhood and assaulted him basically. Did you get a chance to watch that interview? And what was your take on his story of that incident that happened?
Yeah, I watched it. I must watch shout out to OG Person. I must watch, congratulations OG Person. Yeah. I must watch his rebuttal to it. And I was like, I remember I was on Reallyfe Street Stars. I talked about how people get raped in jail, how people do sex. I went to Vlad, did the same thing, and people was making fun of it. People didn't really take it serious until it took somebody to come right back months later or a year later and say the same thing I was saying, and now the people went crazy. I was like, wow, right? So at first I was like, he was in a penitentiary in Leavenworth, but then I had to do the homework because I called my co-defendant, who I could call now, who was in Leavenworth. And it was like, you from Louisiana, that was unheard of because we had some killers up there in Leavenworth, right? Yeah. But he was functioning with the Crips, the gangs. And I was like, that's a violation. The Crips, the gangs ain't gonna let you do that unless you willingly like, come on, man, I'm gonna let you do it. But then once they get out, I ain't want him to do that. He took, So, because you got those situations, because stuff like that travels in the federal system. It travels, especially in the penitentiary. So when I heard it, then I was like, what did that happen? Because I was like, we fell in 98. So we had a homie named Vernon McKay, who was there with him back then. He's still out now, OG from the city. So I was like, man. Then I called my co-defendant, and he was like, you know, there ain't nothing like that happened on our watch. Somebody would have got murdered up there. Because Leavenworth was a killing machine when we went in there. So even before when he was there, DC was warm with the whites. So I was like, man, hold on. But like I said, I didn't want to get too far into his story or do a reaction video to it, because I was like, that's his story. You know what I'm saying? Because like I say, I've seen guys that would kick it with dudes and will do a little stuff. And once they get to their homeboys, now they want, no, I ain't want to do that. Now the homeboy, go stab him then. They'll make you go do something to show that you didn't want to do that.
So what you're saying is, if a black man takes another black man, assaults another black man, that wasn't allowed from based on what your partner said, especially in the gang. Like, nah, ain't no, that isn't happening. Nah,
yeah, that wasn't happening. That wasn't happening. I'm gonna show y'all too. Go ahead.
I don't know if you've ever known somebody who has had that happen to them, but does that make you look at them differently? Like, are their worth as a man, or how you treat them and deal with them, if you have any dealings with them at all?
Yeah, because, I'm gonna answer that question. Hey, yo, I'm on live right now. I'm being interviewed.
Real life.
We're on Reallyfe Street, so I got a question for you. You hear me? Using Leavenworth Penitentiary, right?
Huh?
I said using Leavenworth Penitentiary, right?
Yeah.
You ever heard of a homie getting raped up there?
Man, ain't no homie get raped. Ain't no homie get raped on our watch. Boy, that's Astro Moron. What homie you know gonna get raped on my watch?
I understand. Hold on. Who are you? What's your name?
Huh?
What's your name?
What you say?
What's your name? What is your name? Tell the people what your name.
Tell us.
My name Blab. Me, Bam, all us was on the line in that word.
You, Tyree, Bouncer.
Bouncer, 31, Man 1, Old Man Country. Ain't there a homie who got raped? Luke Wine, ain't there a homie from Louisiana got raped?
But that might was before y'all time, right?
Unless a nigga from Louisiana raped him, and we ain't on one like that.
All right, no, but we were just talking about, we got a homie from the Shreveport said that happened to him, but it might have happened before we went in the feds, though.
It probably happened. It probably happened when he was in Leavenworth with Bernie McKay and them.
Did I just tell y'all Bernie McKay? I just told y'all that. So when we was in the Fed, we had like a coalition where it was all young killers in there, and it's gonna travel pen to pen. All right, bro, I'm gonna hit you when I finish, bro. All right. That's Blab. That's OG Blab, my co-defendant.
Yeah, shout out Blab.
Yeah, we got locked up together, got sentenced together, everything. And he was in Leavenworth Penitentiary. And he said it bounced like 6'3", 6'4". He got caught. He born and raised in New Orleans. He got caught in D.C. So now he got a D.C. number. So you can imagine D.C. don't have a state, so all their inmates in the Fed. So he got D.C. ride with him, and he got the New Orleans car. So and it's killers up there. These guys are not, this straight goat. So when I heard this, I'm like, but then I was like, it might have happened before our homies was there. But I know Bounce was there in '92, so that's why I was like, what year did that happen to the young brother? But like I say, usually when something like that happens, you entertained it, you played around with it, first, and then once it got out, you're embarrassed, now you switch it up. Not saying that's the case that happened with him, but that's what usually happens, but, when I spoke on that kind of stuff, what happened in prison, people thought I was playing, they just took OG Giggly for play, but.
Yeah, but like I was saying,
yes, sir.
If you've ever met somebody that happened to, does that have any bearing on how you treat them or deal with them?
It depends. Because I said, yes, like I said, it depends is this. If you come around me with the tough, I hate these homos, look at that sissy, or look at that tranny, I hate. If you pushing that anti-hate stuff, and then somebody come from another yard and be like, man, he got raped over such and such. Like, what? Now I'm like, man, you been around here faking all the while, because you got people that wear masks. So of course it's gonna affect that because I'm thinking you on one way, but all the while you really like the meat. You really trying to see where I'm at with it with you, So yeah, that would change.
So when you go in to prison, like what's the worst mask to put on? When you say people wear masks, like what's the worst mask you could put on?
Coming out the gate trying to be tough. Usually when the loudest man with the ride trying to be tough, that'd be the weak one. Usually when you have people, man, these rats, I don't want to be around rats, you gotta check his paperwork. It's usually the loudest one be the weak one.
Now,
I've seen it too many times.
there was a comedian that I was watching. His name is Ali Sadiq. And he said one time he was getting ready to go on the yard, and he said as soon as he hit the little thing, a nigga looked at him and said, oh, I can't wait till he get out here. I'm gonna beat his ass. He said he didn't know dude from Can of Paint. So it's like, is that not the attitude you want to have coming on the yard? Like that you are hard? Like how once you get out there, how should you play it?
Okay, I can only speak from the feds.
Okay.
I can't speak for the state because what happens is we have a hands-off policy.
Got you.
So if he from our car, and I don't care if you don't like him now, you put your hands on him, now it's a problem. You know what I'm saying? So he might was in the state, because in the state is get it how you live. They just wild out a little bit. You might have little hoods, but in the feds, no.
It's
I don't
more
care if you don't like my homie. As long as my homie good, clean, you not about to put your hands on him, or it's gonna be a murder, or somebody gonna happen. It's going up.
I want to talk to you real quick about the, we're going to
Shout out Reallyfe Street Stars, nigga. Move. Hey.